Welcome back to Quincy Bowl TV. Thank you so much, folks, for joining me for LFC Vibes. Today, we're just going to be talking. I'm just going to be talking out of my head, man. Sorry, I missed on Sunday. Had something going on. Couldn't do the EPL review, especially when we played Chelsea, which was a very important match. And it ended up being a draw. I believe that points that we dropped, I think that we let that ball go, or should I say we dropped the ball, for better words. We were confused. I mean, we scored 2 goals that it was like, it's a reflex move. Like, we are so good that we know even under pressure, we could do things. It wasn't goals that we scored that we were in control of the match. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. We had no control of the midfield. Right now, teams are realizing that Liverpool press high. We have always pressed high. I mean, we have always pressed high. But a lot of teams have tried different ways to hit us on a counter attack. So now the new thing is just kick the ball over their head and just try to outrun them, which makes our midfield very, very basically useless. And the fact that we picked that midfield also made it even worse for us to deal with that kind of tactics, because when we have the ball, we can't control. And going against the teams like Chelsea, we needed somebody who was supposed to control the midfield. Thiago is injured. Curtis just got back. And the only player out there that could have done it was Keita. So for some reason, Klopp decided to go with Mill. They decided to use a lot of energy in the middle. He had a lot of young players playing the attacking, Havertz, Pulisic, and Mount. So they were running a lot, which caused our midfield to break down, especially when they're kicking over midfield straight to our defense. And they also made sure that their front 3 presses, at least 2 or 3 players will press us high so that we move the ball to the middle and then they will suffocate out there, since we have nobody out there who was press resistant, who was able to control the ball in the middle, who was able to deal with the press that was coming. So we had no ball control for at least the whole first half. We didn't have no ball control, even though we scored 2 goals. I mean, that tells you how good we are for us to be able to score 2 goals over a team that has, I think at one point they had like 68% of the ball, and yet we scored 2 goals. That tells you, yes, we are good. But this is what I was frustrated from the Newcastle match, first match, and then the Leicester match. It looked like we don't have a plan. It looked like our focus is somewhere else. We have allowed too many noise to enter the camp. This is not the camp that came from Austria. That's why I was so frustrated talking about Klopp bringing in this. I won't sign a player if they are not jab. I won't talking about jab, and people talking about AFCON. AFCON needs to be canceled and all that foolishness that had nothing to do with the plan that LFC had. And now it cost us, because why did Klopp play Milner instead of Keita? And that's something that the coach needs to start, because I call him, now I'm starting to call him the Pep Guardiola of Premier League. Because when Pep plays against in UCL and he makes it towards the latter stages, he starts overthinking and start doing things that he has never done before, and then he gets beat. This is what Klopp is doing. He's overthinking, he's overdoing things, and it started last year. And he's starting to do the same thing. It seems like every time we get around this time, he starts to overthink, and it's hurting the team. Just play simple. We've been doing good. Play the players that are Keita should have started, period. All right? Keita still aside. If you look from goalie to Salah, it's very hard to pick that, okay, this person did not play well. Mane played very well. Salah played well. Jota was off. He could not hold the ball. Not at one point, Jota was able to hold the ball to bring the other 2 in, which affected us the most. And then you have 2 midfielders who are supporting the 6, 2 number 8, who can hold the ball. All they get the ball is just throw it to the front 3. So we had no control, nothing. There's nothing control about the whole game. Yeah, people say we play well in the second half. Second half, just Chelsea realized that, hey, if we do too much of what we did the first half, they can beat us. So they reserved a little bit. That gave us the time to hold the ball. When Keita came in, then that's when we started playing way, 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 way better. Not at Liverpool's best, but we were playing much better. The same thing he did when he came off against Leicester. So it's frustrating because this is where when he first came in, I said, if we're going to win the league, it's going to be based on him. If we're not going to win the league, it's going to be based on him. I don't want to hear FSG did not support him. When FSG bought him defenders, even though those were not the defenders he wanted, he didn't play them. He kept playing the midfielders. Everybody know that how much LFC loves Klopp. We all love Klopp, but we don't want him to leave. But this thing of trusting players to a fault or having favorite to a fault is costing us now. This is the time where Klopp, you got to let some people go, bring some new ones in. The FSG can bring a player in without Klopp's blessing. We know that. This is not Madrid where Perez is in charge of the players. No, Klopp is in charge, is 1/3 of the people who decide who comes in, who doesn't. He tells you who and what I want, and then you go find it. But this is a time where some people have to go because the FFP rule says you have to use the money that you made to buy players, unless you go get a loan from a bank, just like City did. Chelsea sold a lot of players and made 100 million. They brought Lukaku in, So it's time for Klopp to start deciding these players got to go. You can't write them out till you leave in 2-3 years. That's how he did in Dortmund, and then it cost him his last year. They went from winning two Bundesliga leagues to barely making Champions League in his last year. It's time, Klopp. It's time for you to start refreshing the team. And when you want something, the owners will give it to you. Last year in January, Konate was the one you wanted. We couldn't get. We're not going to sell him in January. In summer, and this started way before last year. It started when we won the Champions League. This is where all the problems came in from. Instead of refreshing one at a time, slowly by slowly, he decided to keep everybody. Ox, it's time for him to go. He should have left last year. Origi, time to go. Origi does his magic. We love him for it, but it's time to go. Minamino, time to go. People like Milner are players you keep, but you don't give him too many game time. You give him important games for him to show the leadership. This is not a match that he shows leadership. He shows leadership to finish the match, not from starting. You need a Keita to bring it in and then finish him off with Milner because he get outran. He can't catch up to the pace. He could run for days, but the speed was too much. He caused the first foul, which caused Kovacic to score that wonder goal. Nothing the goalie can do. The second goal was midfield and defense not paying attention, and Pulisic find himself in there and score a goal. So we need to figure this thing out. This is not owners. This is not club. This is not the players. This is all of us, including the fans. We need to come back and be focused on what we want to do. Because right now, one more point loss is over. We're praying that 2 other teams can beat City so we can beat them. No, City ain't going to drop any points. So in terms of the EPL, I hope it's at 10%. Because I know if any team can do it, Klopp's team can do it. He's shown it over and over. So if any hope, I got only 10%. But if we keep doing this thing of experimenting and trusting people at the wrong time, at the wrong matches, then all we have to go for is Champions League. And 2, now we can play. We have, the news that came out says that LFC have 3 extra players who have been affected with this virus, plus the other 3 that couldn't play on Sunday. And some coaches also have been affected. So we are trying to postpone the Thursday match. So I think by tomorrow we should hear something. But the way things are going, it's very hard for them to postpone matches because now we are in 2022 now. If it was 2021, they'll probably have made it. But now it's going to be hard. I think they should just play one match. Whether we go to Emirates or they come to Anfield, play one match and let it be done with it. And this is part of where my frustration with the league, where they should have canceled at least 2 weeks, give everybody a break, have everybody go quarantine, stay safe, and then bring him back. Then if people start say, hey, postpone, then you can't postpone because we gave you a chance. We told you that this is what's happening, keep your players safe. They didn't do that. They're just trying to, impress or make the broadcasters happy by forcing matches in and out. Eventually, it's going to run its course, people. These owners end up going to decide we want our own streams, control our own matches. And when that happened, EPL, FA, you have no control of these owners anymore. And then eventually with that, they will go with the Super League. That thing is not dead yet, you know. But anyway, enough babbling on LFC. You know, everybody's frustrated, but we still support LFC. We still support club. The fans will never stop loving LFC. So that one I don't. It's these new fans who just keep blah 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 blah. Anyway, Man U lost yesterday, so that brought a smile to my face. It seems like the professor, the Tuchel and club daddy, is not doing the same magic. I told you guys that you don't have the players. There's a reason why it took Klopp 4 years to win his first trophy. Liverpool was in the dump when he first came in. We were at rock bottom. All we did was just buying one or two players and just Steven Gerrard, Suarez, Coutinho, do their magic, and then we have a good, excitable games, and then we think that, oh, we're back. We just need one more. It's not just one more. This thing needs to be cleaned up. Needs to be cleaned up, my new fans. And let me tell you why. Alex Ferguson and I think Bobby Charlton are the ones giving advice to the Glazers. Why nobody talking about that? The Glazers don't know football, remember? That's what you guys been saying. All they do is bring money, and they've been buying players for you guys. They brought Ronaldo, they brought Champions League, Varane, Sancho, who you guys been crying for. I mean, back in the day, who did they bring? Falcao, Di Maria, Schweinsteiger. I don't even know why they do that. All these players that they have brought in, something is rotten in that. It's not just the owners. Yes, the buck stopped with the owners, but personally, it's Alex Ferguson. He needs to go sit somewhere because you guys keep listening to him. He's the reason why Moyes got there. He's the reason why Ole got there. He's the reason why Ole stayed for that long. He's the reason why Ronaldo got it. So something is wrong with that, and you all need to be talking about. The owners will listen to Sir Alex because he's the great manager and he's done it. The man has receipt upon receipt upon receipt. So yes, you will listen to somebody like that. But you guys are always easy to blame the owners, just like Liverpool. When club does something, they blame the owners. So yesterday, them losing, it brought a little bit smile for the rest of the week. And I was hoping Thursday, we could thump on Arsenal, but it seems that one might have to wait. So, but Chelsea also with the Lukaku thing. Lukaku, I have no clue what he's thinking. Why are you talking like that? Why will you sanction an interview like that your team did not sanction? Yes, you might not like Tuchel. Nobody likes Tuchel. Nobody like Klopp. Nobody like Pep. But guess what? You don't do that. Why will you go behind your coach and say that? If you have a thing going on, leak it to your agent, let the agent do their job. Why will you go say something like that? And Tuchel is right. This is not a time for us to have that kind of noise. Now you apologize. I'm sorry, because you realize that nobody wants you back. Inter doesn't want you back, and now Chelsea fans will say leave. Now all of a sudden, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. You guys know I care about. No, you don't care about a team. If you care about a team, you would have never done that. None of this. You never hear City players doing that. You never hear LFC players doing that. Even my new team that is made out of egotistical players, they won't even do that. They will let their managers do it. Dude, you haven't won anything, man. You said to yourself you didn't want to touch the Champions League trophy because you didn't take a big part of it. So, yeah, you won the Serie A, but what? Then that's what? You came to Chelsea to finish unfinished business, and then look at what you're doing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I just wanted to vent a little bit. It's always good to vent. I think Thursday, is it Thursday? Yeah. I don't know about a Thursday match, but this coming weekend is just FA games, FA matches. There's nothing spectacular. Most of it are just the FA magic. That's going to happen. Some small team will beat their big team. I'm expecting that. And then the following week is when Liverpool play Brentford without our front two, Salah, Mane, and Keita. So, yeah, we still chop it up. I think we could handle it. I don't know if we're going to bring in another player. Clubs usually don't do this unless he needs it, like he did with VVD. The guy was not going to budge when it came to VVD. I'm sure they gave him a list, Koulibaly, Diaz, all these guys. The man said, no, VVD is the one I want. I don't care how much it costs. Get him for me. He got it, and look at his receipts. Champions League, EPL, and all of that major trophies. So we will still chop it up on Thursday. I'll do my best to be here, getting a little bit busy out here, but Let's chop it up again. See what's going on with this brouhaha. Of course, we will do some transfer things, but right now, LFC, I doubt it that we're going to have any transfer. People are talking. The media don't know anything. Liverpool keeps everything close to their chest, which makes the media furious. So they start making up stories just to rile up the fans. And it's so amazing how some of these fans get so easy to be riled up. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Share, subscribe, like, notification bell. I know I just jumped into the conversation without asking you guys to please share. Please get those subs up. Our goal is still to hit that 100 mark. And we shall see you guys again. All right. Quincy Bold, Archie, Buzz. Happy New Year.